Hello Zenbees, time for a string safari. A string safari is a project where we create a Zentangle using a given string. And this is our string safari number 17. You can check out all the previous project in the playlist. I'm Sandhya, an artist and a certified Zentangle teacher. In this channel, we talk about creating and practicing Zentangle, my own Zentangle Inspired artworks and collectibles. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you do not miss out on any videos that we post every Tuesdays and Fridays. For today's project, I'm going to work on a regular white square tile with my black pen, pencil and stub. So go grab your supplies and let's get started. So here we are with our supplies ready to create a string safari number 17. So I have my white square tile, my pencil stub 0.1 micron and I also have a 0.8 micron. Okay, so let's get started. So we start with our border. So I'm going to go ahead and make 4 dots on 4 corners. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and join them freehand. Okay, so I have my border done. Now string for today's session is going to be like this. So I'm going to make 1/4 of a circle here, so something like this. Okay, and then I'm going to pull out a line that goes like this and like this, right? So it goes like this and like this, like a V, but kind of curved V, like this and like this, right? So this is going to be my string. To have 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. So I'm going to start with my first tangle, which is crescent moon. So I am going to start making my crescent moon here along this line. So I start off with my half circle, leave some space and start off with your next one and leave some space, then go ahead, add your next. Okay, and maybe one more here. So I have about 4 crescent moons or half circles. Now I'm going to go ahead and add aura lines to this. So take your time to make your auras. Awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and make another set of aura line like this. Now I'm going to continue this. Okay, so I'm going to pull this line, stop it here, and then again I go ahead. So I don't have much space here, so I'm just going to go ahead and come out like this, right? So now I'm going to add my half circle again here. So I'm going to start again. So we're kind of repeating this first set of steps again. So I make this. Now I'm going to go ahead and make aura lines. Okay, so I'm going to make another set of aura lines like that. Okay, so I'm going to now add the same set of steps again here. Now this again depends upon how much space you have. If you don't have much space, then maybe you would finish off with 3 layers, but since I have space, I'm going ahead with my next one. So notice I didn't add anything here. I had one here and one here, and I just left that space like that. Now I'm going to add my final. Like this. Okay, so now let's go ahead and fill our first half circle that we have with solid black. So I'm going to use my thicker pen, my 0.8 micron. So let's do that, and let's go ahead and fill this complete black. So take your time to fill your first half circle, the first layer, with black. Okay, so now I'm going to repeat this again. So I'm going to repeat this here, 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 and then in this section here, 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 here. Okay, so I'm going to take my time to fill this whole thing with solid black. So you too take your time, go slow, make sure there are no white spots showing through the black. Okay, so here I've filled all black, and this is how my crescent moon looks. Okay, so now I am going to start with my next tangle, which is poke root. So I'm going to use poke root in this section. Okay, so let's start from here and start with the first stem. I join the top, make it a little dark, and then I make a circle that goes like this. Okay, so now I'm going to kind of grow this. Okay, so I'm just going to keep adding more poke roots all along. Okay, so let's keep adding more. It's a lovely organic tangle, and you can kind of make it grow whichever direction you want, so that makes it more interesting. Okay, so but I don't have space to kind of finish this, so I'm going to stop right there. Okay, so that's my poke root. Now these gaps that I have, I can either fill it up with solid black, or we can fill it up with tipple. So I'm going to go ahead and add circles to kind of fill it up like that. Okay, so let's go around and kind of slowly fill up the spaces with circles. Okay. Go about filling your spaces with circles, and then what we do is all these little gaps that's there, we're going to go back and fill all of that with black. Okay, so here I am with my poke root all done. So now let's go ahead and start with our third tangle. So I'm going to repeat my third tangle on either side of our poke root. So it's going to be here and here, and this tangle is called canT. Okay, so this is a grid based tangle. So I'm going to make my grid here. I'm going to make really huge grid. Okay, so I have enough space to work inside the grid. Okay, so I'm kind of going to go ahead and repeat this same thing here. So this is going to be my line here. Like that. And I'm trying to pull this line here so it looks like it's in continuation. Although you don't have to, if you don't have that kind of if that's not falling out like that, then don't worry about it. It's just that I had this so I kind of decided to pull it along so it looks like kind of it's part of the this grid base here. Okay, so now we make diamonds at each of these intersections. So either you can make your diamond straight like this, or you can make it a little curved like this. So I'm going to make it a little curved like this, so it's kind of going in and coming out, in and coming out. Okay, so let's do that. Make diamonds at each of the intersections and make sure your diamonds are kind of going in and coming out. Okay, so here I can't see, so I'm not really worried about that. Okay, and so places like these we're going to make half diamonds. Okay, yeah, so first let's do this. So now that I have my diamonds all done, I am going to fill in the diamonds with black. So I'm going to use my 0.8 micron and let's get started on filling it. Okay, so yeah, just like the way you normally do, go ahead and add black inside the diamond like this. Okay, and make sure you don't leave out any white space or white spots. Okay, so it should be solid black like this. So I'm going to go ahead and fill up all of my diamonds. Okay, so I'm pretty much done. I just have these few last sections to fill in. So I hope you are done too. Okay, so I'm all done. Now the next step is to make circles inside each of the squares. So I'm going to make my circle like this. So go ahead and make your circle. Okay, so this section I'm just want to kind of give an emphasis of the diamond, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and similarly I'm going to do that here as well to just kind of show the presence of the diamond there. It was kind of looking too blank there. Okay, so now I have my circles done, right? So my next step is to kind of, so we have this curve like this, so I kind of pull this in and pull this out. So we're going to make petals coming out of the diamond like this. Okay, so this goes like this. like this. Okay, so you see this flower that's kind of coming out. So I'm going to go ahead and do this for each of my squares. So I'm pulling this out like that. We forgot to do that. Okay, so do you see how this kind of floral thing is turning out? So let's go ahead, take your time to fill each of these squares with this lovely tiny flowers. And making the flowers in each of these squares. Now the next thing that we are going to do is make lines like this between the petals. Okay, so we have this grid line, right? So just follow that, whichever direction it is. Okay, so like this. I'm going to go ahead and fill all these spaces between the petals. So I go along the grid line. So if my grid line is horizontal, then my lines go horizontal. If this grid line is horizontal, so I go like this. This is horizontal, so I go like this. Right. So here we are done with all the pen work. Now let's get to shading. Okay, so we start with crescent moon. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of put my pencil right behind this first layer, and then I repeat that right here. So I'm not going over the black because it's not going to make any sense. But say if you're doing it in some other color, like say if you're doing it in brown, then adding black over that would make a difference. Okay, so let's go ahead and blend this gently. So this creates a nice layer. There you go. So you see how it creates a nice overlapping effect. Okay, so our next step or next tangle that we're going to shade is going to be poke root. So I'm just going to add my pencil just like this on any one direction, like this, like this. Okay, it doesn't have to be in the same direction, you can alternate, you can just put it wherever, but it has to be towards the edge of the circle. Okay, so like that. I think I got everything. Okay, so now we'll take our stub and gently blend this again just on one side like that, to see how it makes a nice dimension. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this again, this, and if you haven't already subscribed to my newsletter, please do subscribe to Tangle Organizer. The link is in the description. So I send out a mail every Tuesday with some fun project and get updates on my upcoming classes and other events. And if you want to work with me, please do shoot an email. I'll be happy to get you started on Zentangle and other advanced sessions. So for canT, I'm going to put my pencil around the circle to kind of give an emphasis to that. And then I'm going to blend this out. Right. So I'm going to repeat this on the other side as well. Okay, I see this little white section left, so that needs to be filled in with lines. So let me just go back and fix that. So yeah, okay. So let's keep adding our pencil right around the circle. Okay, so there's one other thing. So now you can leave this at this point if you're happy about this, but I'm going to add my pencil right along poke root. Okay, so I'm going to add my pencil like this. I'm pretty much going over the can't, and that's fine. Okay, so this goes like this goes like this, like that. Okay, and I'm going to do that on this side as well. Okay, so okay, so now I'm going to blend this on to can't. So it's kind of going over can't like that. You see how it's coming over, and that's okay. That's what we want. We want to push can't further down so that poke root can kind of stand out. Now do you see the difference? See how it's kind of getting lost, like both are on the same plane, but here you can clearly see poke root is kind of lifted up, right? So that's what I want. Okay, so I'm going to repeat this on the other side as well. Okay, so here you go. Okay. So let's put our initials. So we can call it done. Yeah, so I'm going to look at my tile like this. You can probably keep it whichever way you want, but I'm going to do it this way. So I'm going to put my initials here. There. Now let's quickly date our artwork and journal it. So today's date is 18th August 2020, and this is for YouTube. String Safari number 17, and we worked with Tangle, Crescent Moon, Book Root, and canT. There. Okay. Hope you had fun on this safari with me. I would love to see your creations, so head on to our FB group ZenBeez, where all the after party fun happens. Share your works there and check out the creations by other ZenBeez. If you're sharing your works on social media, then please do tag me at Sandhya or hashtag Tangle with Sandhya, so I get to see your creations there. On Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. India time, I host Instagram live on my handle at Sandhya. Do join me and let's tangle together. Now it's time to comment, so please comment below and let me know how you enjoyed this project, because that helps me plan out my next set of videos. Also, it's time to show some love, so please hit that like button, share the video and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next on Friday in our Focus Flight series. Until then, remember to breathe and smile. See ya. Namaste.